Hey, we get to do more exponents and quotients. So cool. So when you see a fraction, and if you have a negative exponent, just flop the two. So do the reciprocal. That's what they did here. They just turned it upside down. Then you want to simplify all of the inside, so the entire fraction first. Once you have that simplified, you square everything. And then make sure you have positive exponents. So if you see negative, bring it down. Sometimes I will change those, like this right here. I would have brought the B down and the A down and had them in the denominator to begin with. So it's just however you feel most comfortable simplifying it. So this to the fifth power, that 5 is positive, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm going to rewrite starting with the numerator. So we have m squared n cubed. This p to the negative fourth has to go down to the denominator and make it positive. Then I'm going to go across the denominator. Look, they're both negative, so they're both coming up here and becoming positive. And this is still to the fifth. Okay, so now we're going to simplify. So p to the fourth is the only p here. Then the m's, you have m squared, so you add those to get m to the fourth, and n cubed, n to the fifth would be n to the eighth. Then you raise it to the fifth power. Now to raise it to the fifth, you multiply. So we have m to the 20th times n to the 40th divided by p to the 20th. And that's going to be the final answer. So we have m to the 20th, right arrow, n to the 40th, right arrow, divided by p to the 20th. And we go on to the next one. Okay, so let's see, because it's not a full fraction, like within parentheses, I'm going to simplify the numerator first, and then I'll simplify the denominator. Okay, so I have 3 squared a to the negative 1, and I'll square that, and then b to the negative 4 squared, and I'm just doing the numerator, so this is 9 a to the negative 2, b to the negative 8. Then I look at the denominator, and I'm going to go ahead and do a negative cubed to both sides. It's okay to do the negative right there like that. It's actually pretty cool because when you multiply these, they'll go positive. So a becomes a positive 15 and b becomes a positive 18. Now I'm going to take these two and put them down in the denominator and make them positive. So I have 9, I've got the a to the 15th, b to the 18th, then I have a squared and b to the 8th. Now I can add the exponents to get a to the 17th and b to the 26th, I believe. So we're going to put 9 divided by a to the 17th, right arrow, b to the 26th. I'll tell you, touch screens are the best for this, for doing Alex. Okay, we'll go on to the next one. Okay, so this is a negative one. So super awesome is once we do the reciprocal, we can just simplify it. We don't have to raise it to the first power because it just means what's there. 6m to the negative 5th, n cubed, p to the 4th. Okay, let me show you something that is a little different here. So first we're going to reduce the number parts, divide them both in half. Okay, so we have a 4 and a 3. Check this out. Which number's bigger for the m's, the exponent? So is the negative 2 bigger than negative 5? It is. So I'm going to come up here. So I'm going to write the m here. Do negative 2 minus a negative 5. So by the quotient rule, you can subtract exponents. And when you subtract a negative, it's like adding a positive. So this becomes m cubed. So it's super cool because you'll have your m cubed right here. And you don't have to be switching things around. So I took care of the m's. Which is bigger, negative 7 or 3? The 3 is. So I'm going to put n to the 3rd minus a negative 7, which is n to the 3 plus 7, 10th. Okay, so that becomes a plus. Done with that. Then look at the negative 4 and 4. 4 is bigger, so I'm going to subtract from down here. 4 minus a negative 4 is an 8, so p to the 8th. So that's another way to look at it, which is super cool for those of you that stayed with me for the whole lesson. You got to see a little bit more of how I do things. and how you can do things too. So n to the 10th, write our arrow p to the 8th. I hope I wrote it all incorrectly and all the right exponents. Okay, that's it. That's the end of the lesson.